Welcome back, grade 6. Today we're working on chapter 14, section 6, creating designs. You'll be using all three of the different transformations, what you used to call slides, flips, and turns, or translations, reflections, rotations. So let's do a very quick review for all three. Here we have our very basic triangle. I'm going to, for my first transformation, I'm going to use a rotation. As you can see, I rotated it from this starting position to this ending position using this blue dot as my point of rotation. I went from here to here, so that's clockwise. Let's take this line as an example, this side of the triangle. It started off here and it ended up here. So this tells me that it's a 90-degree rotation, and here was my point of rotation. So I went 90 degrees clockwise based on this point of rotation. So that's one example of a transformation. I'm now going to show you a translation, what you might know as a slide. So I'm going to start, this is my starting position, and move it over this way. I'm going to see how far I've moved it over. So because I translated it, or I slid it from here to here, we're going to see how far I have moved it over. We have to pick the same point on both triangles. So to start, I'm going to take the point at the very top. So right here to here, you can see it's a 6.5 centimeter translation to the right. I can do this with any of the points on this triangle. I can't get it right on there, so we're going to get as close as we can. So once again, let's take the lower left hand point of the triangle, and we moved 6.5 centimeters to the right. So this particular translation was to the right 6.5 centimeters. I'm going now to do one more. I'm going to use this line here as my line of reflection. You might know this as a flip. So I'm going to reflect this blue triangle in this line. That means I'm going to get a new blue triangle beneath this line here. I'm going to flip it along this line. So I've used this line to flip it or to reflect it, and now I have to make sure it was done accurately. Any point on this triangle must be the same distance from this line as the same corresponding point on this triangle. So let's start with this point right here. It's the lower right hand corner. This lower right hand corner, when I reflected it, came down here. So this point to this line and this point to this line must be exactly the same if I did this properly. Let's check. So it's right there. It's exactly 2 centimeters from here to here. And let's check here. It's exactly 2 centimeters from here to here. Now I'm going to check this vertex down here. So that corresponds to this at the very top. Let's measure that. From this vertex to the line of reflection, it is, and the program is not letting me move it exactly, but if I put it right there, it's just under 6. So it should be a bit more over there. It's not letting me do that. Okay, I think I got it. So right here, from this point to the line is exactly 6 centimeters. So now let's measure from this point to the line. And this is also exactly 6 centimeters, as you can see from here. It starts right here. The line is 6 centimeters long. That's the distance. So that's how our three that we're going to work on. But now we get to actually create some designs. I'm going to create a very simple design here, nothing too impressive. From this picture, you can tell this is my point of rotation, and I rotate it like I did in my first rotation a few minutes ago. I rotated it 90 degrees clockwise about this point. And I'm going to continue making this design, and we'll see what comes out. I just rotated this one again. Once again, I made a 90-degree clockwise rotation about this circle. And there was my third rotation. I rotated this 90 degrees clockwise about this point, and I have my 4-pointed star. Hopefully your designs look much more intricate than mine. To make your designs, you are free to do them by hand, take a picture and post them. If you would prefer, on the other hand, to use something like Google Docs or Google Slides because you find that easier to do for copying and pasting, please go ahead and do that. So use the translations, the reflections, the rotations, use all three of those transformations to please make some very intricate designs. You may use different colors as well, and you may combine the different transformations to create the same shape. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.